Hey Siri, set a timer for 4 minutes. Normally I wouldn't move them after I poured water. Okay. Hey, good morning. Welcome back to another Black City Coffee vlog. In this video, we are cupping. I just roasted Peru. I just shared my roast profile for Peru. It's gonna be sold out. I only have 3 probably or so bags left of it. Because this coffee has had time to rest for 48 hours, and that's just a little experiment of mine. But I noticed on Bodhi's website they didn't have cupping notes, tasting notes, and I did have my own cupping notes when I first bought this coffee earlier in the year, but I want to revisit again because I'm always trying to upgrade my sensory. Okay. Also, today is kind of cool because it's like our first, my husband's first time back shooting weddings, so that's cool. Hopefully things will start pick up for us. Anyway, it was good timing, huh? We have 40 seconds left on the timer. We've had this water here brewing in these cupping containers for 4 minutes. But yeah, like I was saying, Bodhi didn't have any Peru Cajamarca tasting notes or cupping notes, so I thought I would revisit it and try to upgrade my skills and just always try to be better at stuff. And I haven't had anything to eat. Nothing salty. I'm out of breath. Nothing salty, spicy, nothing like that. I've had lemon water very early in the morning, about 2 hours ago. And like I've been saying, I haven't been doing coffee in the morning. There you go, there's our timer. Okay, so what we're first gonna do is break the crust. It's both of the same, but this is what you do. You typically wanna do this is have more than one of the same batch so you can see if there's any inconsistencies. With such a small batch, I don't think that's gonna be the case for me, but you never know. Okay. I mean, it's a wedding day, and I typically prepare for the team breakfast and stuff like that, but everybody's running kind of late today. But their gear and all that stuff. Okay. Put this over here. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and remove the grounds. I found that having everything on a wooden tray like this, because I create content, makes it easier for me to just be more mobile and have everything. Sometimes you do stuff and you don't realize that there's a better system to be more efficient. I'm always trying to be more efficient. If you do something more than once, make a system for it, you know. Just save yourself, and you won't, you're less likely to forget something. There's a big piece of chaff in here. Okay. So let's just see what's up here. And I'm not gonna swallow, even though that's very tempting. And we're gonna taste this at least 3 levels. No music, I always try to cup in the morning versus night. They say always try to cup at the same time, but sometimes with me, I just have to take whatever opportunity I can get. So I just go always cup in the morning. That's my rule. And my new rule would be like having not to have ate anything for at least a couple of hours. Not 1 hour, but a couple of hours, so I don't have any lingering tastes on my palate. I want to like lap it up like a dog, so sometimes it comes out of my mouth. Sorry if you have to see that. Okay, I'm gonna make my notes. I'm not gonna say anything right now because that's a good practice for me not to build on my own biases. Sometimes when I go to write it, I like totally forget what I was thinking. I would also try slurping small, medium, and if you can, larger swaths of your coffee. Okay, to write this down, so I'm gonna wait a minute. What I should have been doing, I always forget this, is so after 4 minutes is to keep the timer running. That's why I want to just get like a separate timer for cupping. I'll just order that right now. Let's just do it, okay? So enough messing around. I always forget, timer. Ooh, this comes with 2 and it's only $6. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I do a lot of baking too, so that's gonna be really nice for me. And I'm waiting a little bit because I want to taste it again at 3 levels. So it is what it do. Let me take a little picture of Instagram. Hello. 8:04. I have a solid, almost right about an hour before I have to go back to work and do some work stuff. So let's continue. So here. And maybe I should have like a cupping station, you know, just have everything in its place, mise en place. And that way I don't have to reach for anything the time I want to, you know, again, creating a system. You know, I think, you know, Lauren from Mill City Roasters put out like a sensory, how to upgrade your sensory skills. But the audio is so poor, it doesn't encourage me to watch it. But I know it will be helpful for me. So what I'm planning on doing for my next piece of content is to see if I can break down, like they, you know, they have so much knowledge, so much comes out when they're having just a simple 10-minute conversation with you, and I'm like, So I think it might be cool to have their teaching thingy kind of being playing, and then I'm trying to follow along, or I'm trying to do what they're instructing, and kind of repurpose and have better audio and all that stuff. I think that would help their audience as well as mine. Win-win. I almost swallowed that and I almost choked. Okay. Whoa. Another thing too that I learned from Lauren was like, you know, try not to emote. You must become just a tasting machine when you're cupping, trying to eliminate biases and really trying to pick up what's going on in your roast. Let's talk about the roast curve. Well, we haven't done that before. Well, we are cupping this and waiting it for it to cool down. So I'm gonna hit up RoastPath. See how cool RoastPath is, because you can just see what's up on the fly. I mean, it might be kind of skewed a little because it's on your phone. But I could still see all the numbers, which that's kind of what matters. Okay, so again, we were charging this guy at $3.80. If you want to find this video of me talking about the roast curve, you can find it on the channel, I believe, on the playlist. Turning point was at 2:05. Green to yellow was at 5:12. First crack was at 8:19. We dropped it at 10:30. 2 minutes post first crack. Okay. It was a very nice, in terms of data, it looked very standard. Everything was falling into place. Like I say, wash coffees in general behave very nicely. They play very nicely with your drum roaster. Typically in my experience. I've roasted a number of coffees at this point now. I mean, for being about a year in and stuff. So, you know, take that with what you will. It froze. Froze. Okay, well, we'll get back to that. With it being a very standard roast, and I'm not seeing any, like, I'm not tasting any defects as well, that's a good sign. And the reason why you don't want to swallow is because you will carry on, especially if you're tasting different coffees. Like, I don't think it's a big deal right now because it's the same, from the same batch, and there's no defects in it, and it's pretty consistent between both cups. But if you had, say, 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 bowls that you're trying to cup from, and they're all different coffees, you don't want to hold on to the next one in your palate, right? In your tasting instrument. So you want to be able to give your palate the best chance to tell the differences and pick up nuance and all that stuff. And that's why I don't swallow. And I learned that earlier this year. I'd be like, towards the end of my cupping session, then I would start swallowing it and see how that tastes. It's definitely like, it's a red fruit. As it's cooling. Okay. This coffee is very good. There's a lot of layers to it. Like, if you calm down and you really try to taste everything with your whole palate, the tip, the sides, the top, the bottom of your tongue, and then just really try to It's almost like gently chewing it, you know? It's weird. I wonder what everybody's cupping face looks like, because sometimes you're like, you're in your thoughts, you're in your head, and you're trying to, you know, use your instrument, your mouth, your palate, to taste. Mine is like some person who's just like coffee just like coming out of their mouth like, I like it. I like it. Is it good? I'm sure it's not attractive. Okay, here are my tasting notes. So piping hot was an orange peel, tart orange, green raisin. So still maybe a bit too hot for me to be tasting. And again, just roasted, right? When I let it cool for about another minute or so, still getting that orange peel, still getting that sweeter orange, raisin bread, some bready vibes coming through there. And then as it started to cool, it started to get more sweeter, fruitier. It started to get more fruitier and brighter. So it was like a just ripe enough strawberry on the mid palate. And then I got something really cool, which reminded me of like cinnamon roll on the finish, not swallowing it. On the finish was like a cinnamon roll, a sweet bread sort of vibe on the finish. And then once I swallowed it, it was more like a strawberry candy once cooled, and then swallowing it. So very cool, very different layers going on there. That's the best that I could do at this time. Again, always trying to give vocabulary to what I'm tasting and improve my sensory skills, trying to replicate and be consistent with everything that I do. Again, I'm always developing ways to help me be a better cupper, taster, which is one of them, which I shared another tip in this video, which was creating a systemizing it. You know, I think I need to have a cupping station where this is where I cup. I'm gonna sit down. I'm just gonna do cupping here and just have everything ready for me to do, so I don't have to worry about it, and I can be fully immersed in what I'm supposed to be doing at this time, which is tasting, cupping, and nothing else, right? But I make content, so, you know, I do the best I can. I think, despite making content, I would still like to just do it and not, you know, have to, I don't film all the time when I cup, but, you know, options. Anyway, if you like this video, if you got something from it, leave a like. And let me know in the comments what you'd like to see next. I think that'd be cool. We have like communication going on over here, a little community going on over here, which I love. Thank you for being so supportive. Yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye.